we can do that later. After I win again. Ah, yes. That's the most important part. There we go. Do I hear a dog? Shh. I hear a dog. I don't normally do this, but I have to leave for a moment. Seems there's something that needs attending in the other rooms. Challengers, you haven't been given worthy enough to have the ability to see what is in the other rooms. In fact, you haven't even made it half a quarter through my game yet, so I'll leave you here and let you see the desk, and I will be back. If somebody shows up, please wait. I will be back momentarily. Where did I put that key? Ah. Be back. Has someone arrived yet? Ah, no one has. Oh well. Well, that was a good start to my morning. At least I think it's morning. There isn't a clock in this room. Maybe I should install one. I'm ruining your concentration. I am assuming the VOD viewers were, watching out of pure boredom. Maybe put something on in the background while this is playing. Forgive me. I, get a little antsy whenever I talk to someone, especially a beast such as that. I will leave you to your silence while I browse the rulebook and see if you've added anything. Heaven forbid you did. Seems counterproductive. There we go. Very nice. Hello. Is someone there? Hello? Right. The delay. It may take a while for you to respond, so I'll just wait then. I've been told from previous games that you might be what's called a bot. Something on this streaming service that joins unoccupied streams just to sell advertisements. If that is what you are, share your ad and leave. I care not for what you're selling. But if you are here because you are curious of what this is, please do speak up now. If you don't know how, there is an ability to chat. I believe it is free and you don't have to pay anything. Or you can just choose to watch. In that case, you will be sitting here quite a while. There is a long wait until anybody shows up. I've waited centuries before. I can wait centuries again. It's just that now I'm anticipating someone. I'm just waiting. Literally, I've been unoccupied in this one space for years, doing nothing. Can you imagine sitting in one spot and doing absolutely nothing? Well, I can tell you that the only thing you could do is think and sleep. You will be doing a lot of sleeping. Now I'm finally awake. I got to play some games. I got to win some fights. I got to lose some battles. And now I'm back to waiting. It's weird. It's very odd. But I think it's for the best. I guess it gives me some more time to do things that I want to do. Because if no one's gonna show up, I can actually prepare a little bit more. Alright then. I guess that's what I'll do. I guess I actually have time to calibrate my puzzles and set up the board. Life is thrown at us fast, isn't it? What is that? Oh, it's this. Just move this back a little bit. There we go. That's ever so slightly better. Right, I'm interrupting your concentration. I'll be quiet now. Appears the beast is calling again. Nobody's showed up yet. I'm just not waiting long enough. You know the drill. I'll be back. Keep yourselves entertained. I'm sure you've already put this stream in the background while you've been doing other things. Just continue doing what you've been doing. I'll be back. I've returned, and I have brought the beast with me. It was barking, and I gave it food. I gave it outside time, but it still barked, even though all the windows were closed, and there was nobody there. I believe this beast is lonely, so I have brought up its comfortable bed, along with some blankets. The beast will be in the background. I'm guessing it just wants to exist here. This has never really happened before, but I will try my best to keep it entertained until it wants to leave again. Until then, it's going to remain in the background. Will it interrupt the game? Probably. But I'll be damned if I let any beast in my homestead go completely untainted. There you go. I've set up a blanket and bed. Please enjoy your stay, beast. Well then. That was enlightening. Back to waiting. Hopefully I didn't miss any potential challengers that did not show up. Hopefully not. Ooh, the beast has come up to the desk. Hello, beast. Would you like me to move your bed closer to the desk? Let's try that then. Some electrical cords. Here, I'll move it here. More space. Yes. That's better. Oh. Because he wants to leave now. I hope I entertained you enough, Beast. Have a good rest of your day. I have a blanket on the floor. I suppose I can just move that over here. Well, that was exciting. Perhaps I can invite him back in another time. Maybe you can even see him. Who knows? I don't understand. I fed him. I walked him. I chose that he was here. Why is he barking again? I've seen many dogs like this in the past, but nothing like this one. Well, I am killing time. This will be my last check to the dog. One more. I've returned. I quickly found out that there was a schedule, and that the beast required medicine in order to live. And the careholder of said beast forgot to give him his timely med. So I was there to give it to him. Hopefully he stops barking, for now he is no longer in pain. Although he does give me an excuse to stand up. forgive me. I was occupied. Waiting around for challengers to show up is very inefficient. But it is good to see you, Mothman. You're about an hour late, but I'm assuming you're here just to say hi. Mothman says, I'm ready to play when you are. I've been ready to play for about an hour now. It's good to note that you're ready, nonetheless. One moment. I must prepare your cards. There we go. Mothman adds, sorry about being late. I was preoccupied speaking with someone. Ah, I see. Well, it's good to see you back nonetheless. Your triumphant victory last game has left me adrift. I would like to go for a rematch. And thank the Lord that darn annoying CC Gamer has not showed up. His intelligence was very troubling, to say the least. I don't mind waiting for a challenger to go, but something about his plays, his attitude, and his quick thinking, I don't know. It just didn't sit right with me. There we go. I do have your deck saved from last time, so we won't have trouble with that. Hopefully you'll be better than he was. Fine note, is hopefully. Here we are. For deck. Here's the deck that you left off with last time. Ooh. This is not positioned correct. There we go. Here's the deck you left off with last time. Examine it. It's very important that you know what kind of powers you have. Good. Mothman says memorized. Very good. There we are. find here is this. Good, then. Let's continue where you last left off. Let's see here. Where were you last? Ah, now I remember. After the long and fought-out battle, you had subsided, catching your breath. You aren't even a quarter way into the woodlands, and you've already lost to a creature. Surely your luck will change soon. Mothman says onwards, and so we shall. You move forward and come across a different kind of card to draw. Choose not a specific beast, but you must choose between the challengers that have fallen before you. It's a very large variety. Hopefully, you'll pick one that suits you the best. Actually, it doesn't look like this has been shuffled in a while. I should do that. There we go. Here are your choices. Mothman says, feels good to be playing after so long. You have no idea how much I relate to that. You'll choose Joko. Fine choice. You go to the left and encounter a random card to draw. Let's see what you get this time. Hopefully something good. It'd be a real shame if you just got something extremely bad on your first try. Here are your options. A kingfisher. You have a wingfisher and a raven. You choose to re-roll. The wolf cub, the bloodhound, and the manatee. Mothman wants to re-roll until he gets the Grat card. Unfortunately, Mothman, you can only re-roll once. Nice try, though. Mothman says, "Damn, the commands don't work anymore." The commands don't work is because the terminal isn't hooked up to this specific monitor. Maybe it would work if it was in the right system, sadly. Mothman grabs the Manti. For the VOD viewers that have no idea what I was just talking about, clearly you haven't been following. Oh well. Let's commence forward then. Right. You proudly walk up to the sacrificial stones. You know what the power of these stones are, and you are ready to see what else you can make with them today. The voice calls out from above. "Show me your deck of creatures." The creatures are shown to you as the voice says, "Choose one to be sacrificed forever." Ah, that's a bit of a newer one. Added a couple months ago. Here we are. Spiked Tongue. You pick the Wolksy. The top stone then lowers. The rest of your deck is shown back to you as the voice says, "Now choose what its healthy host will become." You choose the Manti. Final choice. Mothman chooses to switch out Manti for the Joko. Final choice. As Mothman says yes, the Wolksy finally dies on the altar. A spirit's being released from the sewn together creature almost as it's being lifted, almost relieved of its life. However, the stitched together Joko begins to change. Its stitches begin to tear and stretch as you can see the seams slowly coming apart on the creature. It doesn't look like it's in pain, but it doesn't look like it's okay either. It's terribly, awfully, dreadfully broken. However, as it stampers out of... as it slowly maneuvers out of the stones, you notice it's walking a little bit weird. And it's also snarling, but also coughing. You honestly, for the life of you, cannot tell whether the Joko wants to attack or it wants to stay put. Whatever it wants to do, that will be what you decide. Mothman asks, "Actually, I'm curious. How do you do the sigils? Double-sided tape?" What I do is I take regular Scotch tape and I tear off a piece and then I wrap it like this into a loop, effectively making double-sided tape. Good question. I do have double-sided tape, but it's a lot harder to work than regular Scotch tape. So I suggest the regular instead. Battle time. That's ironic. One thing I forgot to get out was the battle mat. For the VOD viewers, I suppose I should mention this, the long periods of silence is the challengers typing out their turn. I do not know if I will obtain a device that will allow you to see the chat, but until then, I'm afraid this is all you have. Sorry. Mothman says, "Sack squirrel into stoat and then play it in the second lane." Mothman wants the side deck. Mothman says, how much power does the card in the back lane have? It has 2 power. The Koi Giver has 2 power. Koiver? Koiver, that's it. Mothman says, sack the squirrel and the stoat into Joko. Play in lane 3. To free up time, I will ring the bell for you, since I know that you have no other cards to play. Mothman wants the main deck. You pass. Mothman chooses their side deck. You sack the squirrel and the stoat to play Anteater in lane 1. You pass. Normally, when you death card dies, it gives you 3 bones. But this is no ordinary death card. You get 5. Mothman wants the main deck. You pass. That was weak. 1, 2, 3. You win. Good job. Alright then. Let's continue on. Mothman goes left to a different kind of card to draw. You will not choose the specific card, but you must decide on what tribe that you prefer. I will tell you what the tribes are, and if you need a reminder of what they are, ask. We have reptilian, hooved, and canine. Choose reptilian. You have an adder. Here is what the other choices were. Did you want something else? Too bad. Mothman apologizes. He's returned. It's okay. You weren't gone for long. Your Wi-Fi went down for a moment. That is acceptable. You're still here, nonetheless. Would you like to continue? You approach the settlement of a group of 4 starving survivors, huddling against the campfire for warmth. They look at you and say,
Hey, guys, it's a fella again. Hey, look. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Great to see you back. Same thing. Magic campfire, raising its attack by 1.
Another one pipes up. Yes, I hope that you use it more. One of the survivors punches that survivor for some reason, as you look at your deck to see what to put into the flames. Remember, you're raising the attack of your cards by 1. Well, one of your cards. You'll see. You place the manti into the flames. And just as the survivors said, the manti, did step into the flames. And it did, in fact, increase its, power from its very, decent, 1 to an even stronger and even more reliable 2. The survivors stay silent for a moment, but then cheer as your manti emerges much stronger. You wave goodbye to the friendly survivors as you leave their camp. Hold on. Hold on a minute. I just got a new message. The Stoat Lord is raiding with a party of 1 raider. That's new. I've never been raided before. Stoat Lord, welcome back. And the viewer that you've brought with you, welcome as well. Welcome to the Hive Mind. I hope you enjoy your stay. Now, let's see here. You wanted to move forward. Well, then move forward we shall. As soon as I find all of the cards I want to use. No, he wouldn't like that, but he would like that. And this one. There we go. Very good. Where was I? Ah, yes. You approach the familiar mine shaft in the distance. You are very well affirmative of the prospector's mine shaft. You walk past broken boards and enter into the shaft, and it is as beautiful as you remembered it as. Large, colorful jewels lining the ceiling and walls, glittering in the darkness. Some orange, some yellow, some blue. But it sends shivers up your spine as you hear the clank, clank, clanking in the distance. You see tons and tons of gold. Suddenly, a pickaxe whizzes past your head and stinks itself into a stone wall behind you. You look forward to see who threw it at your head and see a figure emerging softly from the fog. Yee dog! 'Twas the prospector! Let's get going! Woo! It's been a while since I've done that. Here, let's see what he's giving me. Ooh, I like these here cards. Alright, let's get this going. What do I do? Oh, yeah. I gotta hold the cards for you, 'cause you don't got hands. Here you go. Here's your fine selection. What's it say? Sorry, I gotta put on my reading glasses. Mothman says, Prospector, how you been? I've been swell.
You know how much gold I've collected in the past couple days? I've been collecting nothing. Absolutely nothing. But I know your creature's got some gold in there, so how about you place down some of your cards and let me get some of that gold out of yous? Come on, Snap Snap. Let's get it. Hey, yo, wait a minute. Is that CC Games? Hey, CC Games. Can you, can you, start playing this and so you can lose the game? I really, really, really want to see you lose so I can get the gold out of your skull. What did I say? Play Manchi Lane 3? Alright, 1, 2, 3, alright. Alright, what next? Oh yeah, you guys got that delay. At least I think that's what that is. It's newfangled technology, I never get any of it. Pass, right. Ding! And that's 2, 3, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Get him! Get him! Alright, let's get it! Woo! Alright, let me start mining away at that boulder. See if there's any gold in there. Alright, Double C wants to draw from the side. What does the main man want to do? Well, if you're not gonna answer fast enough, I guess we can draw. Oh, hey, side decker, right? Cool, cool. All in agreement, I see. Alright, there you go. Alright, Mothman wants to sack Manti and the squirrel to the loco. So these two die. I think that's good. That's because it's a cook guy. Gets one of these tours. And then, what does that say? To the Joko, lane 1. Alright, cool. Yeah, that's a squirrel. Sorry, I'm supposed to announce the name first. Double C said squirrel. Yeah, that's a squirrel. And yeah, that is lane 2. It's good to see that besides gold in your skull, you got some thoughts jibbling around in there. You mind spilling out some for myself? Someone once told me I had 1 brain cell, and I think I'm gonna need more of those in order to live, so... What does it say? Squirrel lane 2? Alright, squirrel lane 2. There you go. Alright, that's that. And he passes. I just noticed, is this a new bell? I feel like I haven't seen that before. Yeah, whatever. Alright, see, that's 3, so that's 4 minus, that's 1. 8, and then that doesn't have attack. And then I move up this guy. Alright, this guy goes, woo! Was that 2 minus 6? That's, yeah, I think it's 4. There you go. And then coyote. So that's 5 minus 2, so that would be 3. There you go. Alright, get to it. Alright, Double C says the main deck. Alright, what does Mothman say? He also says main deck. Alright, drawn from the main deck. We got an adder. 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 Ooh. That's some good looking art. Very fancy. He passes. Alright. And that goes there. Alright, sure. Oh, okay. And then this is one, and that would be another one. Man, you are not doing so hot. I think I might win this. And then I get some free gold out of yous. Woo! Alright, Double C says squirrel. Alright, what does the other guy do? As we all know, that's squirrel. That's squirrel. That's not squirrel. Mothman says side deck. Alright. Alright, there you go. There's your squirrels. I think I did that right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did that right. Alright, Double C said some bullshit. Yeah, he said some bullshit. Yeah, what does Mothman do? What does Mothman do? Come on. What does he do? 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 He sacks 2 squirrels for the anteater, and then he puts that in lane 2. Alright. There you go. I don't know why he did that. But alright, I don't question you, challengers. And he passes. Oops, not there. Ooh, finally got that there boulder. Now let's start getting some cards out there. No, that's too strong. This is very annoying. Alright, Double C says squirrel, aka the side deck, but Mothman says no lice. I go for the main deck. You got your stoat. Alright. What are you doing, fella? What's your game plan? He passes. Pop, pop, pop. Well, let's get this over with. Let's see here. Sorry. Gotta get the towel off of my pickaxe. Gotta loosen it. Because there's gold in them cards. Yee, dog. I got me some gold. Real, authentic gold. Let's get this over with. Alright, he chooses a side deck. It's a squirrel. Alright, this is very important. I want everyone to know that Double C just said, I am not just live. Yeah, me too, partner, me too. Alright, Mothman says sack squirrel to stoat, put stoat in lane 4. Oh god, no. Alright, anything else? Sex quote and the squirrel to the added. Alright, that's not the added. This is the added. Alright, where do you put this fella? Put that guy in lane 3. Alright. You know, I could have figured that out myself. Hey, it's whatever. Alright, what we doing? What we doing? We got nothing in hand, so bing! Dead. And then this guy moves up. Yeah, give me them gold! Woo! Just what I needed. Some fresh gold in the morning. Do you not wake up here every day with some gold in the morning? Man, you are not living if you don't wake up with gold in the morning. Alright, what do I get next? Ooh, this is a good card, I think. Here, go for that one. Draws from the main deck. He's got himself a wolf. Spooky looking fella. You. What the heck? That Joko fellow turned back to... I did punch all the gold out of him. Pretty neat. Jack stowed in the adder to the wolf. Alright, this guy gone, and then I give you a bone, because that's how that works, and then bam! Wolf. Is his hair always so greasy? Sorry, I'm just feeling the back of the photographer's head. Why is his hair so greasy? Damn, bro, I thought I didn't shower. That's gonna have to be a 2, if I can find a 2. I found a 2. There we go. And then, oh, hey, you won! Congrats, you done did it! Woo! The prospector claps and cheers, for you have beaten him. And surprisingly, he seems happy that he lost. He explains to you that he's been waiting here in this mine for a couple of months now, waiting for a challenger to come here. He was waiting for one of you to show up so he can, quote-unquote, beat the crap out of you and get all the gold in your bones. But, more or less, he was just waiting for a fight. Now that he's gotten his fight, he's completely fine with you, and, quote-unquote, will let you pass him into yonder pond. You decide not to question why the prospector is letting you do this, because you feel that if you do, you'll catch on almost immediately, and then, instead of going for a sweet victorious card battle, tried to kill you. So instead, you wave the you wave the prospector goodbye as you leave through the exit in the back. You win. Congratulations, you done did it! You beat the Woodlands, which means you, and only you fellas, get yourself a rare card. Now I must say this, and I don't emphasize this enough. Rare cards are very special in my game. You can re-roll the choices almost infinitely, allowing you to see every single rare card choice that they have to offer. However, I will say that whatever choice you make, it must be a group decision, no longer only afflicted by Mothman. You, along with the extra lice in your hair, must agree on the rare card choice together. As much as you don't want it, you must, for it is a good idea to let you guys participate. So, Mothman, CC Gamers, and what I assume to be the Stoat Lord, please, for all of us, decide on the rare card that you want in your deck. Here are your choices now. Here we go. if the card looks normal, I must remind you, some of these rare cards have hidden abilities, so please let that slide as you enter. Well, what do you guys think? The Stoat Lord asks what the Druid Sigil is. I will present that now. Even though the Joko had the same sigil, I will still show it to you, because you seem mildly interested. The Squirrel Summoner. The Stoat Lord also asks what are the other 3 sigils on Mosquito. Good question. Let's see. We have 3 of the newer ones, presumably added by the same person. I wouldn't know. I didn't edit that card. First, we have the Cheshire's Boon. I'll read this out to you for more dramatic effect. If another card is adjacent to a card bearing the sigil, they gain the Leader Sigil. Next, we have Ravenous. Whenever a card bearing the sigil kills, it gains 1 attack and 1 health. And finally, Beefcake. A card bearing the sigil will gain 1 power and 1 health at the end of your turn. You know what? That is very, very broken. One moment. Let me just... There. Sorry about that. Just, had to take a closer look at the card. Anyway, back to making choices. The Stoat Lord says the Druid. Reminder, Stoat Lord, you may re-roll your choices infinitely, essentially cycling through all of the rare cards at once. But I will still keep your vote. The Stoat Lord says the Druid. What's next? Mothman says re-roll until the card with repulsive. There is no other rare cards that exist that have repulsive. Would you like me to check for you? There is no other cards that have repulsive. Mothman states, I gave you one last time. You are correct. The card that you wanted to add to the game had repulsive. Unfortunately, that hasn't been made yet. There are still a lot of others I need to add. And you are at the very bottom of the list. Sorry. Mothman votes to re-roll, while Stoatman still wants the Druid. You currently have a split in the group. You must discuss among yourselves what you want to do. Again, you have to work together on this vote. vote. God. Mothman says, trust me. Take a look at it. It's amazing. And I'm guessing he wants to re-roll until he gets the card he made. But again, it seems he's doing this vote on pure and completely not, insensitive. So, probably. Finally, we have an agreement. The Stoat Lord and Mothman votes to re-roll only once. Again, you can do this infinitely, but that is your choices after all. Let's see what else you guys get. The Bigfoot. What do you know? The Clockwork Rabbit. Pepe Le Pew. The Man-Dead Cat. And the Mole Man. Oh, you must excuse me. The Man-Dead Cat appears to be edited. I'll leave it like that until the next end of your next battle, but note that it's not going to stay like that for long. Mothman says, "See, Stoat, pretty good, right?" Stoat Lord says, "If I understand the Clockwork Rabbit correctly, it's the lane it attacks gets swapped to the space of the opposite end of the field. That would be incorrect. Let me pull up the sigil for you in the rulebook." Here we are. Clockwise. When a card bearing the sigil is played, all of your cards go to the opponent's side, and all of their cards go to your side. The Clockwork Rabbit is free, by the way. If that even matters to you. The Stoat Lord says, gotcha. Sounds pretty enticing, not gonna lie. Indeed, all of these cards look very enticing. Very, very enticing. The Stoat Lord says, what if a boss pulls an unstoppable combo and we have it in our paws? Well, then you will have that unstoppable combo. But whatever cards you already have on the field, we will also receive them. Don't worry. After the battle ends, all of your cards are returned back to you, and all of my cards are returned back to me. If that wasn't obvious before. Oh yes, and one more thing. There is absolutely nothing in the game that is a counter to the Clockwork Rabbit, because no card has been made yet, because nobody's picked it yet. Stoat Lord says, "I vote for the Clockwork Rabbit," and he makes a little thing. I think that's him saying that he's petting it. How sweet. Mothman, any word from you? Mothman says, "You know what? Sure." And so we have an agreement. The Clockwork Rabbit will be joining your deck. What a wonderful creature. Now, usually, right here and here, this is the point where I will say that the stream is over, and we can continue this later. However, I'm feeling a little bit peckish today, and instead, I would like to continue our little journey. So, again, with another vote from the chat, would you like to continue the game, or finish the wet and go tackle the wetlands next Friday? What do you two think? I will save your deck, and make sure that nothing happens to it. Mothman says up to Stoat. In that case, Stoat Lord, shall we continue to the wetlands, or shall we save this wonderful moment until next Friday? Stoat Lord says, "I'd vote next Friday, not gonna lie. I need to put a thumbnail together." That is very interesting. I have no idea what that could possibly mean, but it seems like a fragile sort of job, so I will lead you to it. In that case, Stoat Lord, Mothman, thank you. Thank you very much for playing. I will be back once again next time to play the Wetlands, and I hope to see you two there. Until next time, this has been the Photographer, your wonderful host, and I will see you all again next time when we tackle the wetlands and see what lurks in the swamp. Goodbye!